lame duck Republican Representative Dan Crenshaw is not taking his primary loss from last week with stride. In fact, it is eating away at him. He doesn't know how to function anymore. He's mad. He's furious. He's angry. And he's angry, hilariously enough, at the conservative media machine. The very same conservative media machine that made Crenshaw himself a household name. A conservative media machine that he took advantage of for his 4 terms in Congress. Absolutely out there all the time, always willing to do an interview, putting his face out there for all of us to see. But now he says that conservative media machine that once loved him and he loved it, that is what cost him the election. He said during an interview, quote, "Telling the truth is viewed as a real crime among voters. It's not like anyone was going to the polls saying, 'I don't like that you said that, I disagree with it,' because at least then they would be debating with me on something that I actually said. I could deal with that. But that's never what came up in people's minds and out of their mouths. A large part of this election was about the power of clickbait. Memes became truth. Too many people are not discerning through the clickbait. People voting one after the other literally thought I was making millions in the stock market doing inside trading, even though I haven't made a trade in 3 years. I've made under $46,000 over my career, my entire 7 years in office. The truth didn't matter to people." And he is, of course, referring to the fact that his opponent, Steve Toth, went on Tucker Carlson's program and they accused him of insider trading. He's making millions and millions of dollars. He also supports these red flag laws for gun control, which he doesn't. He said one time, he's like, the states actually should be the ones to decide that. That's what he said. But this is hilarious. We can now add Dan Crenshaw to the growing list of Republicans who are now members of the "I never thought leopards would eat my face." He's sitting here whining in this interview like, man, conservative media sure does lie a lot. And the voters believe these lies from the conservative media. Because yes, his gripe is with conservative media. They're the ones who push the insider trading narrative. They're the ones who push that red flag law narrative. Neither of which were true. But they pushed it, and not just Tucker Carlson, all those other right-wing media outlets, the podcasters, the talking heads, the pundits, those same people who just a few years ago were hoisting Crenshaw up on their shoulders. They were the first people to create that phony outrage all those years ago about Pete Davidson making fun of his eye patch. And now, Crenshaw was no longer useful to them. So that same media machine that Crenshaw fed into and profited off of, politically for years, ate him alive. Womp womp, buddy. You live by conservative media, you die by conservative media, right? Metaphorically, of course, is what I'm saying. You had no problem with it when it was hyping you up. You didn't mind the lies when they benefited you. But as soon as that machine turned on you, became that Frankenstein's monster out there terrorizing your district, suddenly you realize, wait a minute, maybe this isn't such a good idea after all. Too little, too late, bud. And it cost you your job. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.